Hello and welcome to the first episode of our rundown show.
Welcome,
This episode is
everyone.
about the PS5 unboxing. This is our thoughts, our impressions, and how we felt about the presentation of PS5 and what you can expect when you get yours. All
Okay.
right. So, as far as the unboxing is concerned, the unboxing, when you receive that PS5, either by mail or you go in and get it from one of your local retailers and shops, it feels great. Like you're like, oh yeah, I got the newest, latest tech. It arrives at your house, you unbox it, or you pick it up, you take it home, and you unbox it. It just feels great. Like you're like, oh, I have the newest, latest tech from Sony. Let's deep dive and see how it feels. So when you open up that box, you pull out first part of it, which has got your controllers or your controller, your power cord. It's got all that, and then you hold that PS5 controller, and you're like, "This is it's gonna be awesome to play with. It feels good in the hand. Like I can't wait to see what these adaptive triggers got." And then right after you pull that box up and you look at the PS5, and you're like, "This is sick." And then, but when you look at the actual packaging for it, you're like, "Why did they go so cheap?" The, you're talking about a console that they were trying to sell for like 800 to $1,000, and the packaging around it was like probably 2 cents.
Definitely when you open the door, or if you're ordering it to be delivered, or you go into the store to get it. I got mine to arrive at my place, and great funny experience with the delivery guy. I open the door, he hands me, and he just tells me, "Have fun," as he hands me the box. So don't know if he knew it was the PlayStation 5. He could have, but I was really funny. But yes, you open up that box, you're getting giddy. You take out the first parts and everything. You got that controller in your hand, and you just ready. You feel, you get amped. You just feel the little bit of adrenaline starting to pop, and then you look at the PS5 and you're like, wow, you're a step closer to actually playing this and experiencing such a new and innovative gaming system. But yes, when you look at the box and everything, it just, you look at it and you're like, this feels a little unsafe for the console. I mean, it just doesn't feel right. I mean, I've owned
Like when you
myself
go in and you
previous
buy,
PlayStations, and it just feels, it didn't feel the same. It felt like they just kind of were more occupied with the console than occupied with the presentation of the box and the protection the box would give the console. Because the box itself, it feels like if you accidentally dropped your PlayStation, the box of the PlayStation, you basically broke your PlayStation. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like you had to be so careful, like you were holding a pizza box and you didn't want to drop the pizza. You were like, well, when I took it out, I was literally putting it on the table so delicately. I was afraid because it felt so thin. But once you get past all that, and you take out your PlayStation for the first time and you're looking at it, you kind of in this state of wonder and amazement, is looking at it. It's deceivingly larger than you expect it to be when you think of a PlayStation console.
it's the largest console ever made by Sony.
This is huge. I
Literally
mean,
the largest console.
it is big.
It towers over it towers over the PS4. It towers over the PS3. Like it is a monster.
It literally feels bigger than any console I've ever seen. It's humongous, and it is.
After a couple months of playing it with it, it is incredibly quick on the load screens. The only time you really encounter really on the loading is like for instance with COD, you load into a match, you're not really loading in, you're already in. You're just waiting for the rest of the people loading in because you're playing with cross-gen players, people who are playing on their Xbox One still, PS4 still. Yeah, I'm sure by now that we're in season two, now you're probably going to be able to switch off the cross-gen play and play with purely with people with PS5. But being that there's a stock shortage, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult finding matches.
And a
But as
little
far
bit
as
of update on that. Yes, we've looked and researched this. The CEO of Sony has said that until probably the end of the year, there was just not going to be many PS5s in stock. There's going to be slim stocks of PS5s going into some stores. So they're going to be going by like this. And you do have a bunch of scalpers out there. They're just buying these PlayStation 5s. They're crazy to sell for double, triple the price that they're worth. I don't recommend wasting your money like that. Again, it's not fair
to
to that.
avoid scalpers, this channel will refer you or recommend you to keep your eye out for a couple people via Twitter or via YouTube. Look up Jake Randall, look up Cheeto, Chito, or look up um, Linus Wilson. These guys are constantly on it. They're looking for the companies that are offering to sell PS5s in your local retail shops. GameStop, Best Buy, Target. If Sony's online store, the PlayStation Store,
Exactly,
has any
yes.
stock available, these guys are looking out for the public. They are trying to get these consoles to you. They are hot. They are still hot, and they will remain hot until the whole public has them. So
I got
keep your eye
mine.
out on these
I was
guys.
able to get mine off the PlayStation Store. Stars as well
Same
was
here.
say was able to get it.
Same here.
I actually got it the day before he did. He got it the day after, but we actually got it on the same day, delivered to our places on the same day, which was great. So we were both able to experience it at the exact same time and be able to actually discuss with each other exactly how we felt about it the next day after we played it and everything. So don't give up. Don't give into these scalpers because it's ridiculous with these scalpers. You're doubling and tripling the price on this, so you can benefit from hardworking people and people that actually can't having a hard time in this time period
People are
of
using
the
the
pandemic.
pandemic as an excuse to make money. Avoid at all costs.
Use what
Especially now that we're not in holiday season, you don't have to gift your boyfriend, your husband, your kids. You don't have to gift them anything. You wait until you can get these consoles for the price they're retailed at. Do not give in to them. Do not give them anything. By doing this, you are forcing that the scalper's hand to have to sell these at retail. Do
yeah
not give in to them.
and follow those people that stars told you to follow Randall and Linus. Those guys literally keep you up to date. They post constantly with what's where it's getting in stock and everything. They keep you really up to date with which is fantastic and a great way to avoid scalpers and paying more than you really
I
have
will
to.
list their YouTube. I will list their YouTube links in the description below. So that way anyone who's watching this video will know where to go for those who are still looking for PS5s and need to get their hands on PS5s. I will list it below. Let's go into the dashboard. The dashboard experience, surprisingly, is completely overhauled from the PS4. It feels amazing. It looks amazing. It is smooth. Surprisingly, it's at 4K. Like it runs perfectly at 4K.
It runs very smooth. Gives you a ton of
The store, thank
options.
God, as of right now, thank God. When we first got it, it was kind of
The
bad,
store was
but
all
it
over the place. Yes, the store was all over
like
the place.
if you wanted to see the holiday deals, you had to like scavenge the store to find holiday deals.
Yes,
Now, thankfully, they have a dedicated deals page. They fine tuned the the dashboard completely, like compared to day one. Day one's dashboard was very buggy and glitchy, and like it's significantly better. It's gotten better. It they definitely still need improvements, like more features that were promised from the reveal, like picture in picture, being able to play picture in picture with your friends. Um, there are some things that still need work, but we'll get them over time.
Another
Be
feature they
patient.
have is
The other feature that they need to add is internal external memory, the
oh yeah,
NVMe drives.
that was supposed to
Don't know
come.
why that wasn't available at first, but the one thing that I think is an afterthought and why they didn't think about this first in the first place was adding external SSD capability.
What they should have
Why was
done
that an afterthought?
what they should have done really off the start was add an option to people who wanted to add extra memory when they first ordered their PlayStation 5, like an extra fee of something, and you could pay and you get the PlayStation 5 with an extra memory in it. They really should have thought of that at the beginning because that would have made more sense, and people, I guarantee people would have wanted to pay just a little bit more, like 50
Not to
bucks.
mention the NVMe drive that comes in is an 825 gigabyte hard drive. I mean SSD. Um, After OS, you're looking at like 630 gigabytes.
So
What
it
are,
really
what
should
are
have been
we?
added to
What are we
start.
in 2013 with the Xbox One and the PS4 when they first came out? They had 500 gigs. Like games are only getting bigger. When you look at Warzone, there was recently a sorry for the off topic, but there was recently a come up that people who had like 500 gigabytes of storage on their console, 500 of it was dedicated completely to COD. Between Modern Warfare, Cold War, and Warzone, took up 500 gigs.
A lot of
That
gigs.
means 130 of it. That means 130 of it is dedicated to other games that you're interested in. So if you wanted to play, let's just say in the future, Ratchet and Clank and all this, you have more people who are interested in COD than Ratchet and Clank because it it's it reaches the reach out for COD is more than just one system. But you have people who want to still play Modern Warfare. You have people who still want to play Warzone. You still have people because it's new. Cold War. Cold War is the highest sold game right now.
That's about 100
It,
gigabytes alone. And the thing is, there's other games as well, like 2K, which is another over 100 gigabyte game as well. So if you're just doing COD, a full COD thing with Modern Warfare, Zombies, and Warzone and Cold War, you basically, and then you want to put 2K in there.
your hard drive space is gone.
That's it. You got two games, two types of games, COD and a basketball game, 2K, and nothing else because it's so much gigabytes right there. And you really did not think this remember the space through at all. At all, we really should have thought this through. Other concept they have with which is new for them is their controller with a microphone. It's good, but it's also bad because when you're trying to hear game chat, it comes through the controller, and you kind of want it to come through the television, and you can barely hear it sometimes when it's coming to the controller because you have so many people talk.
Well, if you're a microphone player, which a lot of people are, microphone and headset player, you you don't need to really worry about
Yes,
this
of course not.
much because it literally gets pushed through your headset anyway.
But
So,
if you're not, if you're
but
just one of these
it
people,
is kind of agitating for those who are not that want to hear game chat and don't have the ability to upgrade to, let's just say, the new 3D Pulse headset by Sony, or those who have maybe an outdated headset that required like the whole runaround where you had like 20 cables. One went to the computer, one went to like an optical thing on the back of the PS5 or sorry, on the PS4 or on the Xbox One. There was like that little optical
yeah, optical
fiber,
port.
like
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
optical port, and then you had to plug into a USB. Like those people need to upgrade. So most of them are not going to. They're going to utilize the PS5 controller functions. The microphone is not great. A lot of people will complain in lobbies that you sound like you're talking through a broken headset. It's okay. I mean, the microphone and built-in speaker are okay. They do the job if you're in the position of where you can only afford the console, it does the job. It does what it needs to do.
There are some places that will sell bundles, and some of them can include a headset. If you can try and go out for those too, depending on where they're available, if they are available, depending on where you live, and all that really goes into the factor of what the bundles you can get as well.
The adaptive triggers are the best part of the PS5. No one has this technology, and it makes you feel so immersed. It makes you so immersed into a game. You're playing COD, for instance, and those triggers, when you pull back for aiming, it tightens up. Like you're really trying to put that gun into your shoulder. It tightens up. And when you fire the gun, each gun has its own rhythmic pull. Like the mechanic just shows that, like, it has that give and take of when you actually pull real trigger in real life. If you're playing some games when that have bows, you could really feel the pullback on the bow and the trigger. If you're playing with that Astro's Playroom, you get that feeling of each little sequence that you're doing. Like if you're in the little monkey suit, you're you could feel the monkey grabbing onto each thing as it's climbing up. There are some really interesting things that they have in store with the adaptive trigger, and I hope that as games go, they utilize this feature a lot.
Definitely agree. The triggers really do add a different experience to gameplay, tremendously. Especially when you're playing a shooting game like COD, you feel the difference when you're pulling the trigger to shoot. You can also feel when Call of Duty decides that you're gonna die, your trigger gets stiffened and you can't shoot, and then you die. But the feel of it is amazing, of how these triggers changed gameplay and change your experience and how you play certain games. One last thing for the PS5 is the downloads. Download speeds are incredible. The other day I went back to
60 to 100 gigabytes in 20 minutes or less.
it just feels like your downloads just go by so fast. I went back to my PS4 not that long ago because I wanted to test something out, and I had to download an update, and I felt so slow and sluggish. It was like, dude, what in the world is going on here? I mean, you could just tell the difference. Once I got back to the PS5, my updates are just going bang, 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 and it's like, dude, I can actually get to playing so much faster. You can go back into playing the game you want to play to so much quicker. I don't have to be dilly-dallying waiting for an update. I don't have to be sitting here playing with my thumbs while I'm waiting for a download for a game. It just feels so much better for a gamer to know that you can spend more time gaming than sitting around waiting for updates to finish.
I highly recommend people to get the PS5 over the Xbox Series X for those who want more immersion and more first party titles. But if you don't mind not having the first party titles, yeah, go chase the Series X. I mean, you're going to get more raw power and there's a lot more under the hood. But as far as immersion and first parties, it goes to PS5. So hold out, stay safe. I recommend buying this online, having it shipped to your house. Stay safe, avoid getting COVID until COVID is over, if it ever ends. Any other final thoughts?
Oh man, we this is definitely a console if you want to upgrade. If you're a PlayStation person, Sony person, and you just go from PlayStation to PlayStation, this is definitely worth the upgrade. You will not regret it. Don't Just make sure you buy this at a reasonable price. Don't be trying to get it just to get it.
Retail, preferably.
Yes, get it at retail price. Don't try and throw all your money at just to get this console. This is a great console, yes, but it's not worth.
There's not enough first party titles to go and get this right now. Hold off. Just wait it out.
And yes, we're going to be posting at the end in the description below. We're going to be posting ways for you to be able to get the PlayStation 5 at retail price and where to go and who to follow and everything. We're going to be posting this in the description below. Don't go out there and just pay out the Yahoo just to get this console. This is a great console, but this is not something you want to make yourself broke over to get. This is a great console to have and play with. Just make sure you do not go crazy over trying to get it. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that notification bell so you can get more content.
Share this with your family and friends.
Be a part of our crew. And stay tuned for more content.